The idea of polymorphism is that when we look at an object and ask it to do something by calling one of its methods, we don't really need to know how it does it, or exactly what it's doing in its internal workings. We need to know how it works when we're writing the class and defining the methods, but we don't need to know, as programmers making use of the object, exactly how this happens. For instance, we could have two separate objects created from different classes with methods that have the same name, which will do similar things but with a difference depending on the kind of object that we call the method from. However, the principle of polymorphism is that we don't need to specify anything different when we ask that object to do whatever it is we want to do. Let's look at a concrete example. If we add a method here to the cat class, and we're going to call it make noise, and all this function will do is to make a cat noise. Now, let's say we go back here and strip away some of this extraneous data, and we're going to take out these three reports, and all we're going to do is we're going to ask Tiddles to make noise by calling the make noise method, and then we're going to ask Moggy, the panther, also to make a noise. Let's save that, and we'll have a look at what happens when we refresh our browser. Now, both Tiddles, the cat, and Moggy, the panther, have made a noise. Unfortunately, because panther inherits from cat, the make noise function has been inherited exactly the same way. So our panther, our big supposedly scary panther, is making a meow noise. So what we want to do is to overwrite that with a function that makes a more panther-like noise. I'm assuming that panther's raw. I don't have any special knowledge of that kind of thing, so if I'm biologically inaccurate, I hope you'll forgive me. Now let's see what happens when we refresh. As we can see, our panther method, make noise, although we called it with exactly the same syntax, we asked Tiddles to make some noise and we asked Moggy to make some noise, the panther roared while the cat meowed. The reason why this is an important concept in object-oriented programming is that it allows the object to take control of the way it works, so that we can ask two different objects, the same request, and based on the different workings of the two objects, we can end up with two results. This makes for cleaner, more encapsulated, and more intuitive ways of coding.